bad.
No,
I'm sorry.
same.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I'm sorry. I tried not even try to fix
that's
them.
why. Okay, no, that's not why. I was gonna say that's why I hate when my hair is like this, but that's not true.
No, your
I
hair.
hate when my hair is like this, no matter what.
Really? I love when you're chat. You
Really?
need to tell her that her hair looks good. Chat. No, her hair looks. I love that.
I don't know. I just feel like I have good days, not a lot of them.
With your hair like that.
Yeah. But like when I have the good days, I love it. It's just I don't have that many. I just feel like it's very frizzy no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You guys will see that once we go to the single view of my ass talking.
It's like,
no, it is, and like it's inevitable. I can't do anything about it, and so I hate that.
I like it like that, but I already know my hair's I probably look a little crazy. Chat. She says my eye doesn't look swollen.
No, I really don't think it is. Us being like, no, you're fine and perfect.
But my eyeball, I swear I woke up with it swollen. So I was like, if I put makeup on, I was like, it's going to definitely make it worse.
Yeah,
like enhance the swollenness.
Right.
Or
yeah, it's funny how makeup does that.
Yes.
Like, you think it's like,
hide
you
it.
use it to look better, but then like if you're sick, your nose is crusty, then like you look even crustier.
Yes, crusty and
Eyes
dusty
messed up.
and terrible.
Anyways, since we always talk about drinks, what do we have today?
Okay, the drinks of the day, you guys, today. We went to our place, Better Buzz.
Yeah, we talked about it last
Yes,
episode, right?
we did. Which, wait, I still haven't tried the honey nut matcha.
Oh my God.
I know.
No,
but
like,
someone
get out.
did, and I was so jealous.
Yes, you need to try it.
Yeah,
I think
I
you'll
know.
love it.
I know.
I think
That's
you'll
what
love
they
it.
said.
And the person was like, "Oh, it's like a little sweet for me," and I'm like, "I know that's what you would love about it."
No, that's what they said. They're like, but I know you would love it.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. So I promise I'm gonna go. My problem is they don't have like a drive-through anywhere.
No, I was just talking about this with my sister, and we get so annoyed because she's actually the one that I
Put you
tried
on?
it with.
Okay.
And we're like, that's the problem is number one, it's out of the way because the closest one is GVR.
Yep.
And number two, like, it's like pick your battle. You're either going to be far away, but you have a drive through, or you're going to be close and then you have to walk in.
Yes.
This place doesn't have a drive through and it's out the way.
Yes.
So it's like,
and it's not just like a parking lot. No, it's like you have to park and walk.
Right.
Because there's one in town square. Why would you put a coffee? Anyways.
in the middle. I
Yes.
know.
Okay, but today we have our like one of our favorite places. It's Better Buzz. I got my lavender tea latte. I want to specify it's tea. I don't get the coffee latte.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was coffee.
No, but you tried it and you liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
No,
And
thought it
then
was coffee.
I got, it's kind of on the top, it's a blueberry ube cold foam,
That was good.
which it was all good, but I just still love the latte.
Why do you not like it with the cold foam?
No, I do. It's just that this drink
like it
is so
doesn't
good
need
by
it.
itself. Yeah, that I don't need it.
Got it. Me on the other hand, I always need, one thing about me is whether it's Starbucks. Actually, the only exception is Dutch Bros, but if it's Starbucks, Better Buzz, I don't care. I always need some type of like cold foam on it.
Mhm.
So this is the honey latte, and it has cinnamon cold foam. I will say though, it doesn't taste anything like cinnamon.
It
tastes
doesn't?
like straight up vanilla, which is okay with me too. But
Maybe they did the wrong thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yes, they have great drinks. But those are our drinks for the day. And should we do the intro?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to Unapologetic.
If you're new here, thanks so much for tuning into our show. And if you're coming from our last episode, welcome back.
Yes. So today we had the bright idea of talking about
That's a bright idea.
serious conversation. Okay, I swear.
No, right.
Of betrayal.
Wait,
What?
before we start this,
Okay.
because
What
I
happened?
just said this and it triggered a thought. I seen this. Actually, I've just even been pointed out about it before.
Okay.
Like, do you ever, which I know you do actually, say like, yeah, no.
Yeah. No,
Like,
all the time.
why do we say that? Like, it's like contradicting of itself when we're like, yeah, no, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's so
But
funny
we
that
say
we
it
do that,
all
but
the
it's so
time.
regular. Like,
Yeah.
I say that at least 500
Times
times
a day.
where
Me
I'm
too.
like, yeah, no, literally. First of all, that's another thing too. I'm trying to drop the word literally.
Literally?
So can we put a literally count on this damn episode? Because I'm probably going to say it 500 times.
I'm trying to fix that, and I'm trying to fix my filler words, but that is going to take a minute to work
for
on.
sure.
Mhm.
Which is funny because it's not like we don't know what we're saying, but it's just like it's natural. I don't
Mhm.
know.
I know. That's why I think about like in the future, like live shows. I'm gonna be like,
I
see,
know.
but okay,
Like, are you
see,
gonna like?
but I
Yeah.
use it when I try to say an example a lot. Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
What am I supposed to say? A whole, for example, I mean, I guess.
Like.
But, what?
What was I going to tell you too? Oh, I say I don't know a lot too. I'll literally explain something very thoroughly. Oh my God, stop. I explain something so thoroughly, like count. But I'll tell every single detail and then at the end be like, but I don't know. Like, girl, yes, you do. You just talked about it for 45 minutes.
That I feel like is, like, you don't, see, I'm getting so angry, but it's almost like you want to, like, you don't want to seem as serious or something. How do you say? You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know.
To make it, oh, brother.
I said, like, I don't know. Anyways.
Okay, but.
Back to what we're talking about.
Back to what we were saying, yes, betrayal. We want to talk about this topic, which actually, right before we started, we had a good conversation before we started rolling. Because it's not like this is just something new, right. Betrayal, right? And that's what I asked her. I said, do you think that it's always been this bad? People betraying people, right? Because I think nowadays, I mean, not nowadays, but people are just, it's like every man for themselves, and people are so quick to just, I don't know if they just don't think. I don't know if they just don't care. I don't know if they're selfish, like self-centered, but people betray others so easily. And that's what I had asked her. I said, do you think it's always been this way? Or do you think that it's new? And you had said that you think it's always been this way, but we've just, social media makes it so much easier to like find out things, right. Or it's just like we find out things way easier nowadays, right?
And it's just, and like, I feel like it's easier to, okay, wait. I was gonna say I feel like it's easier to betray someone. I'm like, wait, not me.
No,
not
right,
me.
right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people have an easier time betraying other people too, because of the times that we're in nowadays, where it's just so easy. You know, you're able to say and do so many things and not have to actually back it up or face these people in person, because there's social media, there's texting is so big, FaceTiming is, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different avenues that someone can betray someone and then feel like they never have to speak to them again or face it again, you know? So I think they always have been, unfortunately. I think people have always just been shitty. I think, like we were saying, it's just easier to bring it to light now, but it's also easier for the person that is shitty to hide.
Yeah. And I think that when it comes to stuff like betrayal, I mean, because it can be family, friends, whatever, I think one of the like really important things when you do get betrayed by somebody is to just walk away. I believe in second chances, but I think that if when it comes to betrayal, I mean, that's pretty high on my list, as I'm not forgiving you for, you know what I'm saying? Or you can forgive and forget, whatever you want to say. Yeah. But I just think it's super important, like when you see someone's true colors, to not look back, you know, and especially in certain situations where loyalty should have played a part. And that's what I was also going to say, is my main thing is, like, when you find someone that's actually like solid and loyal, like you should, you know, treat them good, because you're not going to find that too often in this world. Now, mind you, we've talked about too, like, sometimes you think that person is loyal and then they may shock you, but
the lies. I was going to say too, like, I think the other reason why it seems like, or it may seem like, betrayal is maybe more common these days, other than the fact that it's just easier to spot or to expose or to catch or whatever, is also that I feel like we're living in a generation where, like, even our generation just does not give a damn anymore. You know what I'm saying? I feel like before, older generations, like, there's a lot of attempts. They take, you know, character and morals and values and stuff a lot more serious than, unfortunately, our generation and the newer generations as it is. So I feel like in our generation, you see a lot where somebody has been betrayed, and after you're betrayed or that person is betrayed, they don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a one and done, where now that person becomes the one that betrays them. You know, and I don't think that's like that for every single person that gets betrayed in our generation, but I feel like it's a lot more common, where it's like, okay, like, that's how you're gonna do me after I've tried to do, you know, whatever it is, whether that be a friendship, relationship, or whatever, then now I'm gonna be the cold-hearted one. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take as much anymore. I feel like a lot of people don't have as much patience or care to kind of see, like, yeah, even though this person did this to me, I'm not going to stoop down to their level and become that person. I feel like a lot of people are like,
petty.
Fuck it.
You know, like, I don't care. A lot of people do accept,
yes.
or be like, okay, bet I'm gonna act like you, or okay, bet, okay. But I want to go back to what you just said. I want to backtrack a little bit, because you did say that back then you feel like people had like different morals, or like kind of like respected themselves much more.
Yeah.
So again, like, do you think that so back then, do you, like, years ago I'm talking, that's when I say back then, you know?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that people didn't betray people that bad because they
I think they did.
You think they did?
I think they did for sure, but I'm just speaking about the ones that I don't think every single time someone got betrayed back then they were so quick to stoop down to their level as they are now.
You think they were?
But I do still feel like there was a good amount of people that were betraying back then as there is now.
Okay. You think just back then they would get hurt and it was kind of just like hurtness? It wasn't like, I don't even know if that's a
right.
But it wasn't like a get back.
Yes.
Whereas now it's more like a get back, or I'm gonna be cold hearted.
Right.
And that's one thing I preach about too, though, and I will always preach about that, is like and it doesn't have to be just betrayal. Like, in any situation, if, you know, somebody does you dirty or whatever, I will stand by. I'm not going to let them change my character.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I think that you guys, if you do have that problem, and if you recognize it, or if you don't, like, don't ever let someone change your character, right? Or make you act out of character. Yeah. You don't ever want to stoop to their level. Like, let them be miserable and alone, you know? Misery loves company. So you want to, what's the be the bigger person, right?
Yes.
But I know it's hard. Mind you, I do know that's hard sometimes, being the bigger person. Again, it's like we say in every single episode, it's situational. There's definitely situations to where you can say certain things, or you can call people out. I'm definitely one to call people out. But as for your character, don't let them diminish that, because that'll do nothing for you but bring you to the same level as them.
Right.
You know?
No, exactly.
But, you know, betraying people can not only just be friends and relationships, it can also be family.
For sure.
And I think that, for me personally, like, I've gone through a fair share of that, you know, especially, like, I was raised very close with my family. Like, that's how my mom was, right? Because, like, we're Hispanic, and I think that's, like, very big. You know, we went to my grandma's, like, every weekend.
Yeah.
But dang, you guys, when my mom passed away, my family was like a flip of a switch. Like, I'm like, I think my mom would be like shocked if she saw how the family was acting now, you know. And I think that I saw very quickly, like, it didn't matter if you were blood or not. Like, anybody can betray you and just act a certain way. And again, back to character, I don't think that really diminished my character. I think it made me more so aware of my boundaries.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say I'm like what you described, like someone to where if someone betrays me, it's so short, like you only have like, it could be something so little. Because no, I think I am very forgiving and I give people chances. But again, I think it's a circumstance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for me, yeah, back to what I was saying, it doesn't matter if it's family or not. If you betray me or do something that's wild, like, I don't care who you are.
Right. And I feel like family just cuts the deepest too, where it's just like you feel like if there's anybody that you can lean on, it's supposed to be them at the very end of the day. So I was always raised in a family, like my grandma, a saying that she like drilled into all of my cousins' heads is blood is thicker than water, blood is thicker than water. And so it's been interesting to grow up and kind of, I guess, disagree with that in a way, because, you know, I'm very close to my family. To me, I do have a family where I feel like blood is thicker than water, but I'm not naive enough to believe that that's always going to be the case just because it's your family member, you know?
That's what I was going to say too. I think that when people, because there's people I feel like that can get betrayed by family, but they're like, well, that's my family.
Right.
But no, I will always be one to preach, like, it does not matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're getting, which maybe this will be the topic of our next episode, like, toxic childhood or toxic family members. Yeah. Like, you need to walk away. I don't care if that's your mom, that your dad, or if you're getting treated badly, or if you see that, if you like grow up and you finally realize, wait, like, that how you raised me was not okay. You know, how you treated me was not okay. You can love them from a distance, or two, you can like, don't be afraid to cut them off just because they're your parents or your family, you know, like, you should know what you deserve and you should realize, you know, what you deserve.
For sure. Like, don't let that be the only reason as to why you feel like you need to keep a toxic relationship in your life.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people I feel like that will make the excuse of like, oh, but it's like my dad, or oh, but it's my mom or my family. That doesn't matter. If you grow up and you actually realize, like, wait, that's not normal.
Right.
You know?
Like, I shouldn't be being treated.
Yeah, or you grow up and you realize, like, oh, like, this is... There's a lot of people that, like, go through therapy and stuff, and they realize, like, oh, my God, like, I have this issue and this issue and this issue from my childhood traumas.
Yeah.
Why would you still want to keep that around? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, or you can love from a distance, but I, for one, would not want to keep that around.
Yeah.
You know, if it messed me up in my adulthood. But, yeah, I just think that, I don't know, I think nowadays we hear so much more about betrayal because of social media, and we hear so many stories. And it's so shocking, but I guess people have always been shitty. We've just it's never came to light.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And there's just, like, so many situations out there, you know what I'm saying, that you never hear about. And see, so I guess that goes right back into social media, though. Like I said, like, it's so much easier to hear, even if it's, you know, big person, small person. Like, it's so much easier to hear about a situation of somebody being betrayed, whereas then I feel like it was maybe just word of mouth. You know, if you don't know those people, you ain't about to hear about them being betrayed. Right, you know what I'm saying? Whereas now, we don't know these people, but we know all about their business. Yes. And a lot of people feed into it. Yes. You know? So it's, and there's
a lot of people that still don't care. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like with social media, there's so many people that are like, oh, like, they're still fans of these people that are like, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's like a hate watch type of thing with people, which is just
weird,
interesting. See, so I guess that's what it is. I feel like maybe people are betraying people a lot more nowadays, or maybe it seems that way because we hear about it more, but I do believe people have been shitty from the beginning of time. Like, it's yeah.
And don't ever think that there's something wrong with you if you have been betrayed by, like, a friend, right, or, like, in some type of relationship, and people are, like, siding with this person that did you so dirty. Birds of a feather flock together. Like, I promise you, they're probably all the same. They're probably all shitty people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, in my opinion, the people that are, like, true and real more than likely only have a few true friends, like 2 or 3 friends, and the people that don't have, like, proper morals have, like, 20 million friends.
Right. Which we've talked about on a previous episode before, where we're like, it's just, like, kind of a red flag. Like, if you're friends with the whole damn world, it's like, okay.
Yeah, the other saying that I say all the time. What is it? Oh, a friend to all is a friend to none.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No. So don't ever, and don't let that also, because I feel like there's so many people that will in that scenario be like, okay, then I can forgive them. Like, if all of these people are siding with them, like, it's just me.
Right. Like, don't let them influence you.
If you're by yourself, stay by yourself. Yes. I promise you, you're much better on your own than staying with people like that, or shitty people. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it's just, like, stay true to you. You know what they made you feel. Don't let somebody else trying to, you know, minimize or downplay what it was that they made you feel like, oh, you're just tripping, or especially, like you said, you have that group of other people being like, yeah, like, oh my God, like, you're tripping, whatever. And then you kind of start to think, like, damn, like, am I tripping? Like, you need that validation. You don't need it. Okay, stay true to yourself. You know how you felt, how you felt in the moment, how you feel now, and stand on that.
Yeah, you know your morals and your values, and stay aligned with them. You know what I'm saying? That actually, I have, like, this tattoo on my hand because of a situation that's, I think it was betrayal, like, but it was a situation kind of like what we just explained, right? Like, it was a situation to where I was friends with this friend group, and this girl in the friend group, like, everybody loved, especially men, right? Which should have been a red flag, but everybody loved. And this girl one day, we got really close really fast, and you know me, like, I'm a people person. I treat people well, you know, so, like, I saw them as great friends. And this girl one day, like, it was like a man I was talking to, and she claimed it was like a brother to her, and she put her hand on his thigh like this, and I lost my mind. I was like, you're weird, this and that. Oh my God. She was gaslighting me. Her friend was gaslighting me. They were like, Alyssa, like, she sees him as a brother, like, this and that and the third, da-da-da-da. Long story short, it came out, like, not long after that they had hooked up. Like, yes. And everyone then saw her, I think for the most part, for her true colors. but I got this tattoo, and it's half of like a good lion and then half of like a mean lion, because I'm a Leo for one. But it's remember who you are, because I think in that situation I was just like, ooh, it was so, it could have been so like easy for me to like stoop to her level, or just like turn into this person I didn't want to turn into, and I just kept having to remind myself like that's not who you are. Like you have to let her be that nasty person, and keep reminding myself like even though they did that to you, like you knew all along, like you know what I'm saying?
For sure. And on the flip side of that, I feel like there's people out there where it could either be like that you're feeling, where you had to kind of bring yourself back, or they can be naive enough to be like, yeah, okay, like I guess I'm okay with that, and then all of a sudden their boundaries are changed. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel the need to allow behavior like that, and it's like people that actually fuck with you and people that actually love you would never put you in a position like that in the first place.
Exactly. And you see, like you just said too, it can be that little minute of a situation that will forever change your life, because now your boundaries are no longer the same, and now you're accepting things that you never should have accepted in the first place,
and now you're being walked all over by God knows how many people,
all because of the situation. You know that that's why we probably said the same thing like a million times. You just have to stay true to yourself and not let anyone change your values,
for sure,
no matter the situation.
For sure. Okay, wait, this is kind of random but kind of goes in line,
okay,
because I was thinking about this today.
Okay.
Like, you know what I hate?
What?
I hate when, like, and I guess this might be specifically in, like, no, I guess it could be friendships too, but dating, like, when you start, okay, say you start talking to somebody, right?
Okay.
And you have very firm beliefs. I feel like you and I are very opinionated people, and that's what I love about us. Obviously, that's why we have this podcast in the first place. And I love other people like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't agree with your opinion, the fact that you're strong-minded enough to have your own opinion and you're going to stand on it and you're going to fight for it no matter what, I can respect that.
Yes.
Whereas I really hate people that become friends with somebody, or they start talking to somebody and you ask them a question, right? So say you start talking to somebody, you ask them a question, and you can tell that they're constantly trying to look for the answer that you want to hear, rather than just telling what it is that you feel. I cannot, that is such an ick to me as a friend, as a partner, as whatever. Like, don't tell me what you think I want to hear. I want to hear what you think. Like, I'm trying to see inside of your mind. I don't need you to be like, oh, like, say an answer, and then I say my answer, and then they're like, oh, well, that's what I was going to say, but I was afraid of how you're going to react. Ew, no,
I like that, like almost like the people that have nothing to say for themselves. Yes.
So I guess that just goes back to, that's what reminded me of it. So like, be true to yourself and stand on what you think, because why are you
I like agree with that 100. Not, I don't even know if there was something to agree on, but I'm the same way.
I hate that.
I'm the same way. It's almost just like it's like I want to be like, speak up,
right,
like yes,
like tell me what you feel, because the thing is, if you ever think I would do that for you, you're crazy,
right?
Because I'm never about to sit here, I don't care how much I love you or who you are, I'm never going to sit here and tell you something that I don't genuinely feel because I feel like it's what you want to hear. If I don't believe in that, then you're not about to hear it from me, you know.
I feel like that can tie into betrayal, because if you have a friend that, or anybody that's just like trying to please you or just agreeing you, that's not a true person, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's not bettering you either, right? You know. No, I cannot stand that, but that kind of, I feel like ties into like I don't know if it does, but like common sense, like, and just having a mind of your own. You're just like
I don't know how to explain it, you guys. It's actually one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, I just really don't like feeling like you're like walking on eggshells, you know, trying to, instead of speaking your mind. Yeah,
or somebody that literally just like, I don't even know how to explain this without sounding mean, but they just literally have no thoughts in their head. Like, they're literally just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Because like, you don't think about anything.
Right. I'm like, you don't know. Like, how would you like, you know, how would you feel? Yeah. Or what do you think? Or like, I want, like, I don't know what you would call us. Like,
simple-minded people. No depth. That's what that's called.
But for us, like, how do you, like, my dad would always say I'm very detailed oriented, but no, there's a different word for like how we are. Like, we are, I don't like,
I just feel like
it's not like intellectual, but I feel like it's a word like that. Like, we like
you don't think it's like opinionated? Like, we're just like,
no, we are opinionated, but we like a good conversation. We don't like somebody that's just like, I cannot stand somebody
smart.
what I'm saying. I don't know how to describe it. I can't stand someone that's like, I don't know.
Like, because it's like, at that point, are you just being lazy? You don't want to talk about this? Or do you genuinely, like, not have a freaking thought in your head? Because... Yeah. I was going to say sometimes I feel like I can be like that, but it's not because I don't know. It's because I really need to sit on the fact and think about it, because we are back to being detail oriented, where it's just kind of like, I don't like to just speak. I like to
have your thoughts in order and in mind. Mm-hmm.
I don't like to just say things. I like to really think about how I feel about them. See, which is probably why it just goes back to the fact of why I hate people that like will only say what they think you want to hear, because I'm like, I really like, I have value in my thoughts and what I say out loud. Right. And you just
don't think before you speak. But those people that, okay, but I can kind of tie that into betrayal, okay, because those people, okay, that have no minds for themselves, or whatever you want to call it, are the same people that will jump behind the bandwagon or whatever it's called of the people that betray people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that don't ever think for themselves are people that are very easily influenced. Yes. So if not them. So if someone they know or friends or something basically betray someone or do someone dirty, it's really easy for them to agree.
Which I hate that too.
What?
Like,
what do you hate?
Like, I just feel like...
What do you hate?
I just hate people like this. Like, okay, if I'm given a situation, right? Which... I love some lore. I love some tea. I love a good story time.
Wait, what was the first word you said?
Lore?
Yeah. That's the word of the day. What does that mean? I've never heard that word.
What?
No,
you don't know what lore is?
No.
Oh my god, you guys. Hold on. Let me get the specific definition for you. But it's basically like tea.
Like chismosa?
It's like...
Do you know that word?
Yeah. I don't... Okay, wait. Lore.
Like, is it describing somebody, or is it
it's like give me the lore,
like the tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
The collective history and the sum of all knowledge available about a certain fantasy. Okay, but it doesn't need to be damn fantasy.
Wait, where'd you learn that word?
Social media.
Really?
Yeah. I can't believe you've never heard of that.
No. How do you say it?
Lore. Yeah. Shout out to the canceled podcast. I don't know if that's where I heard it originally, because now everyone uses it, but it's
that's Tana. And yeah, they're cool.
But yeah, no, I love good lore, but here's my thing is like, obviously you come to me with tea, lore, blah blah blah, whatever. I am just a person who, of course I'm going to be a little bit more biased towards you, but I'm also able to separate myself from the situation and really hear the situation for what it is, and be able to give my opinion and not just be on your side because you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so annoying to me that people will not even hear out the situation of, you know, what happens between two people and be like automatically like, oh my god, yeah, no, you know, like back to what you were saying, where it's like they're just so easily influenced that all they have to do is hear that the person that they feel is their friend, I guess, or important to them is like, immediately I'm on your side. Where it's like, I feel like somebody who's real, can think for themselves, and is really just a true person in your corner anyway, is going to tell you if you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
See, I think that in terms of me and you, it can seem like how you said, you're like, which I may be a little bit biased. I don't think it's biased. I just think that we think so much alike that it may come across that way. Right. But we just have the mindset. Yes. Sorry, I just had like a weird taste in my mouth. But we just have the same mindset on a lot of things. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But I do feel like people, well, actually, no, I've honestly never... No one's ever, because you know how like men, for example, will be like, oh, she's just studying with you because... Yeah. No one's ever said that to me about you. Like I don't know. But I think it's because you do, like, you just have the same, like, you say what you want to say, but it turns out to be the same thing I'm saying. Right. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not just that we're like...
Right, exactly. Yes.
But that is true. That really is what it is. It's just we think alike about literally everything. So it's like... Of course, you're gonna, you know.
Right. But yeah, your true people should tell you the truth, regardless. Yes. What do you think? This can tie into betrayal, another example of betrayal of somebody that's supposed to be in your corner, siding with somebody not just siding with somebody, okay? Because we're not, like we said, we're not biased.
Right.
But basically taking someone else's side and making it very apparent that they're on that person's side in front of you.
And it's supposed to be like your person is what you're saying.
Yeah, like, yeah, say me and you. Say it's me and you, and like a best friend situation. And say, we can say it's with another friend. Say there's a third person in our friend group and she did something wrong.
Yeah.
And in front of you, we've been this way.
Been close.
Yeah. And this is kind of just like someone that's newer.
Yeah.
And in front of both of you, I'm just like, I don't know, like not calling you out, but basic. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like, okay, first of all,
I don't know if that made any sense. You guys, did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like, first of all, the number one issue with that situation wouldn't have necessarily been that you're not siding with me in whatever the situation is. It's that you felt the need to address the situation, or you felt that I was wrong in front of that person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So because then at that point, it's like, it almost seems like you feel attacked, right? Because now it's like, I already have an issue with this person, and now who I felt like was always going to be on my side is calling me out in front of this person too. So it's like, what, now are you guys like this? Like, it's just too much. So yeah, I don't feel like it's necessarily that you were disagreeing with me or not siding with me. It's the fact that you did it in front of them, number one. And number two, I'm very like understanding of just an understanding type of person. Like, if you're able to walk me through why you really feel like I'm in the wrong and try to make me see it, I guess, which is not to say that you're always going to see what the other person is saying, but you have to have some kind, that's what I'm saying, like, you have to have some kind of like stance behind your belief, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you should be able to tell me why you feel this way, whereas like instead of being like, well, I don't know, like, she was just mad about it, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't have a lot of, like, they can't back up what they're saying. Yeah,
like, they just agree without even thinking about why they're agreeing.
Yes.
Yeah, I think in that situation, in my opinion, like you said, it's not, we're not saying you have to always agree with us. Right. But it's like, if you're my person, if you're supposed to be in my corner, then, and you think I'm wrong, it should be addressed privately, for one. Right. Never in front of that person. Ever. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that if you're my person, sure, you can hear them out. Because I'm not going to say, like, oh, there's some people that'll be like, oh, why is she even talking to this person or whatever, right? You can hear them out.
That's what I hate.
Right. But you have to, if you're truly my person, okay, not both, but you're supposed to be in my corner, then you're supposed to remain neutral in front of that person. For sure. You know? 100%. And that, too, goes along with betrayal. Because I think that's an easy situation or a common situation that happens often between friends or relationships, or the guy reaches out to her friends, or these people, or people get involved, and you're like, you're supposed to be my person, like, right, what are you doing?
Yeah, no,
you know, no. And again, even if you think I'm wrong, tell me that, but tell me, don't sit there in front of that person. I disagree with that so bad.
That's almost like, even in like, I mean, this is off topic, but in a parenting situation, I feel like that's why it's such an issue for couples, where, you know, it's like dad is getting mad at this specific thing at child, and dad feels like he's just being a dad, but then mom comes in and is like, oh, what's wrong? And then child is like, oh, dad said this, and she's like, oh, never mind, no, go ahead. It's like,
no. You have to be on the same team, regardless. That goes along with everything. Like, your people, your partner, whatever, y'all are supposed to be on the same team. You know, regardless, your friends, everybody's supposed to be on your team. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that once you start adding third parties, and then you start agreeing with the third parties separately, like,
right, because now you're the one that's made it a like against type of thing, you know what I'm saying?
And that blows me every time I hear of a situation like that. I'm just like, that's absolutely insane.
And it's funny too, because I feel like that's where gaslighting comes back into play, which I meant to say this earlier. If you can gaslight somebody, like, I think gaslighting is probably the sickest thing you can do. Psycho? I think you're a sick individual if you sit there and you gaslight somebody. But anyways, I feel like in that situation, that's where they gaslight you into, oh, you're just mad because I'm not on your side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh my God. And that actually leads into another thing. The problem is people don't see the principle of things. The principle of things is so freaking important. Yeah, something is not that big of a deal to you. Yeah, it's not that serious, whatever. But the principle always stands firm.
Yes. Okay? You're missing the whole principle, bro. Yes. But that goes back into common sense and people just not having a backbone. It's like, okay, like that can be so many different situations. Like, one, you just don't have a backbone, so you're just agreeing with anybody that runs to you with a problem. Okay, you're not speaking up for what you truly think. Two, like, if you do think that way, and you're just not seeing the principle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many situations to where it's like, no. Like, I could care less that the situation was so teeny and tiny. It's about the principle of the whole. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had a good example of like a situation with like where it's about where it's about the principle and not just like.
I know, which is crazy because we go.
A good example of that. Well, not a good one, but one that I can think of right now would be like a relationship one, like in terms of liking photos or responding to a DM or what's another one, like it could be so innocent, right? Like a man to a woman, like a man could either like a photo, I won't say like, okay, a man can respond to a DM and he could be so innocent and just be like thank you or something so small. But as a woman, like, the principle isn't the fact that you responded to it. It's a principle that this woman is now going to say, her man did this, her man's in my DMs, her man this and that and the third. And people just, the principle is so important. And people always miss it.
I know. And I feel like that goes back to being simple-minded.
Or in that situation that I just explained or asked you about, like a scenario, it's people will be like, oh, you're just mad because I'm not on your side, or you can't be told you're wrong, or you can't be told no I can absolutely be told that I'm wrong, but you better pull me privately and tell me I'm wrong before you do it in front of her or him. Right. Like, no, now I'm not talking to your ass and his ass.
Right. And it's funny because the people that can't see the principle of things are always the ones where it's like, you do take the time to like take the accountability or sit there and be like, no, like I do understand. Like, it's not that you have to side with me, but it goes in one ear and out the fucking other. And it drives me crazy because I'm just like, how can I sit here and take full accountability of a situation, but you're still sitting here telling me like, you're just mad. Like, what are you talking about? Oh my God.
No, I can't stand that. And I can't stand people. It's always the like, oh, you can't be told no. I can be told no, or that I'm wrong.
That pisses me off.
Right? Like that. But you better have a good damn explanation for why I'm wrong.
Back it up every single time. You can't back it up, then I don't want to hear it. I don't have time for your simple comments.
Do you guys have two different personalities? Like when you're like, dude, when I'm mad,
no,
or when
it's
I'm
not
like,
even funny.
or if I'm like being like crossed or done dirty, bro, it's like
night and day. It is night and day. And it's funny because a lot of people, which you need to tell me your opinion on this, because let's just say there's been a lot of times that I'll be explaining a situation to somebody where I'm like, yeah, and then after that I was yelling at the top. I was so pissed. I was that, and I always get the response of like, I can't even picture you like
yelling.
Like, I can't even picture you that upset. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Has there been a situation where you've ever seen you? Yeah.
No, but I can't. It's not that
but you can see.
Yes. I've never seen you. I don't think, or even heard you. Have I? Maybe I've heard you like argue a little. Maybe I feel like I hear something in my mind, but I don't think I've seen. But it's not like shocking or what's it called, like it's not like I can't picture it, you know.
You're like,
but I think same for you. Like, well, we talked about this. We talked about like when it's so hard for us to picture significant others, like if like when we were in a relationship and we would get into arguments, I think we'd both be like, I cannot picture like so and so acting that way. But yeah, it's just like you guys. I think it's a lot of people night and day. I mean, like I mentioned this, I think in like the first or second episode. Even being a mom is like night and day. Like I'm just like this happy, bubbly, person. But on my own, out and about, I'm like,
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
But yeah, no, it's night and day when I get mad, for sure.
For sure.
I'm not I just won't be walked over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, exactly. And the other thing is too, it's not like night and day where it's 0 to 100 all the time.
Right.
It's going to take a specific
situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe person.
Personal,
to,
literally.
Get you hyped up like that. But
okay, what do you think of another situation? I just have scenario after scenario. I'm gonna tell you.
I love that.
That what if you keep seeing a good friend of yours getting betrayed or done dirty, like again and again and time and time again, and you're trying to tell him, like, I mean, because okay, actually, do you think that you hold back sometimes when you're trying to tell your friends like
about themselves? Or
yeah, or like.
I mean, depending on the situation, depending on what's being asked, because I've also tried to, is the word instill? Is that a word? Instill. Yeah, instill in my head, like, the whole, have you heard of, do you want to talk to me about whatever it is that's bothering you for a response, or do you just want me to listen?
Right.
Type of thing. So I do try to keep that in mind. So kind of just depending on what they're looking for. But yeah, no, I would say so. I feel like I can. I don't feel like I always do, but I feel like I can.
Hold back.
Yeah, depending on who it is that I'm speaking to and what the situation is.
Yeah. But, okay. So, yeah, what do you think of a friend that you see is just constantly getting hurt or betrayed? Like, do you just, like, would you just let them learn on their own?
This is where it gets hard because you can only... And this goes for everything. You can't make somebody be who they want to be. You can't make somebody do what they don't want to do. And you can only protect somebody so much. And people will only do what you allow them to do to you. So I just can't be the one, like, trying to, like, shield you every time or, like, provide you with this information every time in your head, like, that man is no good for you, those friends are no good for you, or they don't really care for you like that if you're just going to continue to do it or to go back. But I would never sit there on the sidelines and watch it happen and be like, well, that's what you get. You know what I mean?
Right. Because that's another thing, is there's so many people, or I think I've seen, like, situations to where there's people that will be like, I'm done. Right. I'm done listening. I'm done. But I will never be that person. Like, if you're going to go through it 20 billion times, I'll be right by your side. Yeah. But there's only so much I can say to where I'm going to start sounding like a broken record. You know what I'm saying? But I'll still say it. I'll still say the same things. Yeah. That you deserve better. You deserve the world. But yeah, it's going to start sounding like I'm on a repeat. But I'm always going to be there. But I'm just going to say the same thing over and over again. You know?
If you're sad and you're heartbroken about it, and you come to me for the 20th time, I'm not going to be like, bitch, cry about it. But there's people like at that. At what point, like, what else can I say? I get the frustration of it.
For the other people?
Yeah, like, for
like the listener.
The friend that's coming. Yeah. I get the frustration of it because it's like, what else can you possibly do before you get it through your damn head yourself? But I feel like that's just straight cold for somebody to, like, reach out to you like, I need you right now. And you're like, well, I try to tell you so. Yeah. You know?
Or, I mean, there's a lot of people, I swear, that are just like, I forget how they say it. I've seen it, though. And I think it's maybe even on TikTok or something where they're like, no, like, I'm not listening to you go through the same thing over and over again. Or, like, you call me about the same thing. It's always the same thing. I don't, for me, and this is just, I think, part of us having a good heart. Like, I will listen to you. And yeah, like you said, it's in my mind, I'm probably like
you want to say the I told you so.
Yes,
so bad.
So bad. And that's what I'm saying. As in terms of holding back, like, I want to be like, no, like, you are doing this to yourself.
Yeah. See, so do you feel like you do?
Sometimes. I definitely do, because there's sometimes, like, I don't think I'm mean, but you just never know, like, how, like, for me, I want to hear it. I want you to be like, you are doing this to yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I don't, like, some people will shut down, though, for example. Some people will take that as, like, okay, I'm never going back to her. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's why I do hold back, because you just never know how people will take it. But yeah, it's frustrating, but I will never not listen. Right. You know? But yeah, for me, I would want somebody to, like, if it was you
like,
saying
tell
that, that's what I'm
truth.
saying. You kind of have to, like, for me, I know who I'm talking to and the person I'm talking to, right? Like, if you're telling me, like, bro, you're doing that to yourself, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm never talking to her again about a situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're like, fuck her opinion.
Right? Like, what? Like, you kind of have to know who you're talking to here.
And I feel like that's true too, where it's like, don't ask that person for advice when you know the advice you're about to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you know who you're talking to and what you want to hear. I feel like there's a lot of times people will go to that friend that's like, what's a good word? I want to say, there's a better word, but like
more like lenient.
Yes, lenient. Yes, lenient, like a pushover kind of, because every time that friend, kind of back to what we were saying before, that friend every single time is gonna be like, girl, no, like, you are not doing anything wrong, like, no, like, okay, that's just for validation at that point. We love that friend, but in the long run, we don't really need that friend when it comes to really needing like advice from.
No, I agree 100%. Yeah. That's funny you say that though, because it's like I literally have in my mind like who I know is gonna say what, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No, that's funny. But how did I even get into this? Oh wait, how did I even get into that topic? I was saying, like, what do you think?
Yeah, what did you say? What do you think of?
I asked you a scenario. I know this scenario that I asked about.
Wait, what was it?
Well, I thought I knew. I think. No, it was. What did I say, guys? I wish there was like comments. We have to do a live episode one day.
I know.
So that makes me so. Yeah, that makes me so nervous. I don't even know what we would call that. But no, I asked you a situation of. Oh yeah, just like the friend being walked. Damn, I probably screamed in y'all ears.
The moment of realization be real.
Just a friend being like walked over.
Yeah.
And betrayed, and you just have to watch it. Yeah, I mean that's what we have to do. As good friends, you're gonna be there, but you know, like we said in different episodes about relationships, you're the only person that's yes. When you're ready to leave, you're gonna be ready to leave, and that may take a billion years, but I'm by your side no matter what. Yeah, you know.
And it's like, I get it, guys. Have the good heart, okay? Be the good person, be nice, be sweet, whatever. But the number one thing you should take from this episode is stand on what the fuck you believe in.
Stand on business.
Yeah, stand on
as cringy as that is. Please.
Stand on what you believe in, and don't let anybody ever change what you feel, how you think.
Yeah. Or like I always want to say, like, stand up, but people don't get it. They'll be like,
they're like, why? What's happening?
Well, I swear people don't understand when I say, like, stand up, like, stand up for yourself, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I think we covered some pretty good topics. We can talk about this week. What have you done this week? How's life been?
I'm like, freaking, what is it, Tuesday today?
Oh, it is Tuesday. Wait, is it Tuesday? Yeah. Dude, I missed trash day.
Oh, I forgot. Shit. I hate that. That's the worst, because then you're backed up. No, I haven't done anything.
Is there any social media updates that's like new on social media?
Oh my gosh, what? There is. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you?
What?
About? Have you been seeing the
Casey Anthony? Oh,
that too. No,
that's
I'd rather
crazy.
talk about that.
Okay, no, go. What were you?
No, because that is my topic. Casey Anthony, go to hell. Go to hell, and don't ever open up TikTok again, because we don't want to see you on there. And if anybody stands with Casey Anthony, block me back right now, because I'm not. And you know, most of the time I'm like, you know what, everybody have their opinions. I just talked about how I want everybody to have their own opinion, but if that's your opinion, leave. I'm not kidding. She's sick.
No, she is. I don't know what she is.
Like, did you follow that case when it was happening?
Who? Oh,
the
yeah.
Case when it was happening? Yeah.
It was like a whole nostalgia that kind of happened when I saw this going on TikTok. Like, I was like, whoa.
Yes.
But what were you going to say before that?
Wait. What was I going to say? Oh, for those that don't know Casey Anthony, basically she was in a very long trial, and I don't even remember how long ago it was, but she was accused.
She never got charged.
No. Nope. Which is why it's sick.
Yep.
She was accused of unaliving her. I think she was 2 years old at the time.
Her daughter.
And honestly, the case was so long ago that I don't remember the specifics anymore. But basically, she got off free, and it was very evident she did it. Actually, I think after the case was closed is when they found evidence of her Googling how to look up or looking up how to unalive in the way that the daughter was unalived, but it was too late because the case was already closed. And then recently she posted a video on TikTok. I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it either.
Yeah,
I just saw, literally I saw a guy and he was like reacting to it. And I was like, whoa, like
disgusting.
No way. Yeah.
Disgusting. No, anyways, but I was going to ask you if you've seen the Bad Baby and Alabama Barker drama.
Yes. I'm on Bad Baby side.
Me too.
Yes.
First of all,
because that's that baby
baby
mama, whatever scenario.
Yep.
And Alabama, whatever, dude, ew.
I'm like trying to be something she's not, first of all.
Yes.
For a long time now. I've always loved Bad Baby. I've always loved Bad Baby's music. I felt like I don't bump it every single day, but I felt like
she also is very opinionated. She don't care.
Exactly.
And she's not like a follower. She does whatever yes.
I feel like it was like easy to make her like a meme at first, but then everybody was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, you stand on your shit.
Yeah, no. That is wild though. And I just like Alabama gives me those vibes, like a Mean Girl vibe. Like you're just I mean, and mind you, I hope like Bad Baby doesn't feel like threatened or nothing, because I don't get those vibes at all.
No.
But she wants to be so bad.
Yes.
She wants to be the person that like
makes
you
you feel
threatened.
like, yeah,
yes.
like, girl.
Bro, I have so many girls to relate to that Alabama girl, and I'm like, girl, you're embarrassing.
Yes.
And that's another situation though, because if your man is falling for that, please let them be happily ever after and go find you a new man.
Right.
Like, because and that's a situation that I'm talking about. Ain't no way am I going back to you after that.
Disgusting.
No.
See, but then that's the problem with Bad Baby though, is she does go back. But that's for a different story.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're team baby.
We're no matter what, we're on her side.
Yes.
But I'm saying like these men, these women, God.
These hoes ain't loyal.
No, for real. But that concludes our, what number is this? 14? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Crazy,
that concludes our episode 14. It's supposed to be posted tomorrow. We may be a little late. Give us grace here. Okay, our schedules are a little hectic.
We're getting back.
Yeah, we're going to try for sure. But we hope you guys enjoyed. Give us ideas, please. For any episodes you want to hear. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And send us an email. Leave us a comment down below. I'm begging at this point. If you guys have any ideas, questions, comments, lore, new word learned today, that you want us to share on the podcast. Otherwise, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.